Okay, today we're working on an 04 Murano. We'll be taking off the lower control arm and everything else and replacing it all. So that's outer tie rod end, lower control arm. Gonna be taking off the brake caliper, taking out the spindle because they're usually kind of rotten and rusty. Gonna show you all the ins and outs of it. Thanks for watching. Here we go. First thing we're going to do is start spraying them down with some PV Blaster. Cleaning a little bit up with carb cleaner. I'll lay down some of this cardboard here as well. I'm going to spray some bolts here so they don't strip, rust, all that good stuff.
Makes sense.
Both sides. The ones I'm particularly worried about is the lower ball joint. Gonna lube up the bottom real good. Now I'm lubricating around the pin. I'm lubricating the bolt that goes through it that holds it in. And everything. Where the caliper brackets go on. Lubricating them. Everything just seems to come out easier if you lubricate. You do the brake caliper, I wouldn't mind do those. I just do them real lightly on both sides. Let it drip off to a pan. Now that we got that, we'll start taking it off. Lubricant goes a long way when you're running it out with air. First thing we'll do is we'll take off the caliper and tie it up. What I do is I take all these hoses off the brackets first. It wouldn't hurt you to take a little lubricant. I don't usually use PV because that's expensive, but it don't hurt to lubricate a little bit up where you're going to take all your hoses off. They'll slip back in easier when they dry with a little bit of juice on them. Get that line loose. We're going to take this one here out. On this car, I suggest you get you an aluminum hammer for sure. You're gonna love it. Don't forget the way you take this clip out, because this clip goes in backwards. You'll think it goes the other way, but it's easier to put it in that way. Now you got your hose loose. We'll get the caliper off first, and then we'll try it. Go up on top and hang over the top. They don't go underneath and inside. So I've seen some people try to sneak them inside, but they don't go inside. You put it in, just put it in here, push it up to it. The clip goes over the top. So, they keep your inside and outside separated. You know this is the inside. I'll lay it down. The inside, outside. I'll put 3 of these on here so I can hook it up very easy. And then I'll tighten them up. You can do it however you want, but bottom line is I'm actually going to do it on this end. This will hold that caliper up out of your way while you're taking everything apart. You can use even more so it can sit down while you're putting it together, but I get pretty good at it. Pull all 3 of them up tight. face it out, it's easier to me. Turn it in, it faces in, but then you can't spin it. So I leave it up high. Do it like that. Get that out of there. And now it's free. Take this off. And now we're gonna do something else that I usually do, which is clean these a little bit with carb cleaner, your sway bar links. I clean the nuts first, then I spray them down with some catalyst. Because they seem to be sometimes a pain. Sometimes they come right out, sometimes they don't. I take the bottom one off first. It's an 18 millimeter. Turn it around backwards. You'll see they spin, so I take the crescent. I use a ratcheting wrench on. Can't really get anything in there. You could if you want to use air and long extension with a universal, but I just ratchet it out real quick. Seems to work just fine. The top one I use arrows. It's looks like an 18 millimeter. PB on that one. We clean it with carb cleaner first, and then we put some PB. See if this thing will zip right out of there. I'm going to put some pressure on the back. So, what I'll do is I'll turn I'll get a wrench back here. Go ahead and take the lower nut off. Show you how you do that. Okay. First thing I do is I just put the air on it to see if it's going to turn. It's not going to turn. They get stuck. So, what I do, I'll come across over here, get my 22 millimeter. Break the nut loose with a 22 millimeter wrench. Once you break the nut loose, nut all the way off. We're taking the lower ball joint off, is what we're trying to do. Patient, work it off. In an awkward spot, you really can't get but maybe a 3/8 socket in there. But I don't have a 22 3/8, so I just work it with the wrench. Some people say use heat on it. I don't like to try to catch customer's car on fire, so I'm going to try doing it this way. Alright, so I got the nut off. There's your 22 millimeter nut. I want to make sure you guys are seeing this. Now don't get crazy with it, but what I do, or what I did, I do two things. One is I'll turn the bolt out first. I'll take a big railroad punch and I'll put it right in the middle of it. And what I do is I hit it about 3 times. Now that's in the middle of the head of the bolt. It's not at the end of the bolt, it's at the head of it. Then I'll take and I'll smack that a couple times. This don't always work, but it's worth a shot. That bolt's pretty seized up in there. Now that I turned it the other way, I'll take a brass punch and I'll try to sing it out on the other side. I use the end of it, the back end. Now the other side doesn't want to come out neither, so you just got to get some good hits on it. Remember, I'm using a brass punch. Right. Now, what I'll do is I'll take some carb cleaner, clean up around the threads. I got the nut off, so I clean up around there. Even clean up around the pin. Hit that about 4 times or so. I don't recommend this, but I did do this on the other side. I hit it once with it, just good and solid, like that, just once, right in the middle of it. Bring it back to that side, and I'll spray this down with carb cleaner as well. All right, now we'll try to break it loose here. Back and forth. When you work it, add a little bit more PB to it. All over. I'm trying to work it in, I'm not trying to unscrew it. Get it stuck in there. Or snap it. You don't want to snap it. Now I'm going to let it sit for a second, cool down, because as you turn it, there's a lot of friction on it. It can get hot. So just give it a few seconds, cool off. Spray the other side a little bit. Every little bit helps. If you can get any of it up in there, it'll help it. My suggestion is always be patient. It's worth it. Now it is a hardened bolt. You get a new one, but a lot easier. It's good. Okay, now I'm going to take some air and I'm going to spin it with some air in the reverse mode. Stop. Put some carb cleaner in it now. Clean out behind that nut. It's backed out. I didn't push on it, I kind of just released it and let it float out a little bit. Now I'll put some more PB in there, or penetrant. Reuse it, you'd have to clean that sleeve up real good with a wire wheel. Clean your threads up too if you didn't manual it. Now, this one is a little tight because when I hit it one time with that railroad tie, it put a little ding on the edge, so I'd have to put a little taper on it so it'd fit again. I mean, it's starting, but I put a taper on it with a grinder so that way it'll re-screw in. I had to reuse it. I got new ones, so I don't have to worry about that. So that's that. That's the hardest part of it. Just be patient. It will come off. Now these up here, they seem to get a little rotten as well. So I cleaned them with carb cleaner again. All right, I didn't do it the first time, but I cleaned them with carb cleaner to clean off any of the looseness that it breaks up. And then I'll hit these. Now, everybody says you can take a lower control arm off and leave all this together. That's all nice and fine. But I'm going to tell you right now, when you got to drive this pin out below this knuckle, you can't get in there. So how are you going to get in there and drive it out? You're going to beat on this? You can, but it just doesn't seem to want to come out very good. So I take this apart. It makes it easier. You lean back the spindle, bam, you drive it straight down and comes right out. But you got your own little preference, that's on you. Come right out for me. I'm a fan of this brass hammer and the aluminum hammer. So once you get to that point, if they do move freely, you can go the solid one right in the middle, punch them out. This side's a little easier than the other side was, so just don't mess up your threads. There you go, there's two right there. Now we'll clean all them up real good. Put them back together. These are good bolts. The other side had rotten decay on it, so I had to clean it up and then do some funky work, and then use a new nut. The nut was stripped as well, so it happens. This one's going pretty smoothly now. I'm going to take the cotter key out of here. As well, I take carbon. That up. Sometimes you have to take a pick. Get some more of that out. Come right out. Comes right off. This as well. Take the needle on this, because I want this to get up in there. I'll spray that all out. I use my finger. Spray that up in there. Now, this, I'll turn it straight. You'll notice that this doesn't want to come out. It's stuck in there. And that's what I got this for. Stick that right in the hole. It seems to be stuck. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some pressure on it right in the middle. One I'll stick down in there. Usually a wrench. I'll turn it sideways. That gives me some stretch on it. get some in the back, that's even better. Get those threads down on that spline. And now you can pretty much just pull it right out. Now, what I do, I'll take it and move it over to the side. Now, I've got the pin to deal with down here inside the knuckle. I'll put my nut back on here for right now so I don't mess up the threads. Run it all the way down as best you can. Save the outside threads as much as you can. You got a rubber hose you can slide on there too, that would work too. But I put it right in the middle so it doesn't get. Okay, now we got that. Let the outer tie right in. Originals have counter keys. Aftermarket, I use pairs. Pull the thing around, straighten it out. Not to do this, but I do it just a smidge. I'll take a hammer and I'll work it down in this wedge here. Not very much, but just a little bit. This way. Stick it down. And I hold it up just a little bit. Hold it together, I hold it up, and smack it. Come. Make sure I'm centered in here. Things can come loose. I'll go ahead and put this nut on this outer tie right here. I'm not reusing mine. They're bad, so I'm not going to reuse it. But almost. Lift it up. There we go. Take that out of there. I didn't drive the wedge real hard in there, just a little bit to put a little pressure on it. That's all I did. Don't get crazy on it. You'll be okay. Because you don't want to break these ears off. But you don't want to clean all this up. Now what I do is I take this around to the front side. Where it's at in my way. Set it right like that. It's up out of your way. Now, this, I'll take and I'll zip tie this up. Now they're all out of the way. I can take the bolts out of the controller. First thing I did is spray a little carb cleaner on them. Even on the insides, clean down the walls a little. Go for the PV. Alrighty, let's go to the back and strip them out.